Once again, good morning, Singapore. Looking a little overcasty, but not too bad out. And to start my morning, Brian is already at the pool because he has an athletics meeting and then he's going to do a little bit of practice. So I am about to head out and head to, I believe it's called Koon Seng Road, which has these houses that are super colorful. And I believe it's also a shopping area, so I'm going to wander around there and see what I get up to until meeting up with Brian later. So let's get going. It's only day 3, but I feel like I got the way to the train down as well as the train system itself. So that's super helpful. It makes me feel very independent and actually like I know what I'm sort of doing once in a while. So after a little bit of a train ride, I ended up in the neighborhood of Ju Chiat, or Katong, which has plenty of color and a bunch of shops as well. The first one being Cat Socrates that I stopped in, where I got to meet Mr. Mayo. Highly recommend him, but as well as the very nice souvenir selection. This store also caught my eye, which was another vintage store, but it was mainly because of Call Me sitting in the window. But afterwards, I was headed to Koon Seng Road to see the Peranakan houses, which they are a set of pastel-colored houses dating back to the 1920s. And a lot of people are outside taking pictures and posing in front of them for all different kinds of social media. The whole neighborhood has plenty of color, many murals, and just general bright, vibrant areas, and even down some of the little alleyways you can find local art. With the culture of this neighborhood as well, there are plenty of decorative tiles lining the roads, walkways, and even the buildings themselves. So I wrapped up where I was. Now I'm kind of heading towards the pool just in case when Brian's ready to meet up, I'll be in the area. So I'm just going to kind of chill out, relax, and see what I get up to. We'll figure out what we will do later. Trying to kill some more time, I wandered around the area of the arena, which has a really nice park, mainly because it is right on the Singapore River. Even though I was on the waterfront, don't be fooled, it is still incredibly hot. Made it back to the hotel, decided that Brian and I's schedule was slightly off, so I just went back to the hotel. But then as soon as I was halfway back here, he texted me saying, hey, what's the plan? And I was like, well, meet back at the hotel. I decided to stop by 7-Eleven, which I feel like I could basically live off of in Singapore. Got a peach iced tea, a lemon iced tea of the same brand because they were on sale, and then some sort of chicken honey steamed bun. So we're gonna jump into this. It had a nice little pink dot on it, but it got stuck to the bag and ripped off. It was very hot out of the little machiney, steamy, warm refrigerator it was in. Now not so much, even though I just walked into the elevator and up just because the 7-Eleven's real close. So now it's an edible temperature. Let's give it a go. Not my favorite steamed bun, especially in texture. Nice little sweet chicken filling inside. Perfect for a little snack. I'm not mad at 7-Eleven. I just never saw anything like a steamed bun in a 7-Eleven around here, so I figured, well, might as well give it a try. Glad I did. Perfect little snack to hold me over till dinner. And back out we go. This time I caught up with Brian. Our game plan is to go to Suntec City, which is a mall, go to a brewery over there and a couple different shops, and see where the day takes us from there. We will probably do some of the bigger, more attraction-y, parky stuff on a day that's a full day without diving or diving practice, and keep it pretty easy for the days that are a little bit more half days. We could only walk around the mall for so long before all the malls started to look the same, so we decided to walk around looking at the architecture. I sure hope it does. And while we were here in Singapore, they were getting ready to celebrate their 60th birthday. In the meantime, we made it to Little Island Brewing Co. So I got a Hefeweizen white light. Clean, easy drinking. Perfect for the temperature. Let's try the amber. Has a nice amber fruitiness to it. Thank you. So let's give my Summer of 65 a sip. Good amber maltiness with a lot of sweet, fruity, almost plum notes to it. I really enjoy this. This definitely the best thing out of the 2 or 3 I've had so far. We wrapped up our drinks, our little snacky dinner. We think we're gonna head to 7-Eleven and then head back to the room. Maybe another dip in the pool, but keep it fairly low-key just to round out the day. But we are gonna ride a new train line just because of how far away we are. We're gonna hit up the red line, then connect to the brown line and get back to the hotel. So we made it back to the hotel room. It's been a long day. I am very sweaty and just kind of feeling. But that is kind of half the fun. Otherwise, I am going to wrap up the video here. We will be back tomorrow for another day in Singapore, and it'll be Brian's first day of competition, so definitely hit subscribe to see that and what other adventures we get up to tomorrow. Wait, pause the outro for just a moment. Here is a bunch of random, basically off the cuff, tips for Singapore. First up, it will be hot. It will be humid. I recommend actually packing your clothing not based on color, because it's going to be overcast a lot of the time. Pack it based on material, and if you're willing to be a little sweaty in it. If it's a shirt that's a material that's just not breathable and going to be sticking to you the entire time, maybe leave it home. Secondly, be thankful for rain and be thankful for trains. With rain, yeah, it may not be the best thing to be wet, but after it does rain that little bit, it usually quickly passes, and that means for at least 30 minutes to an hour, it's not going to be as humid and as unbearable at times. Thankful for the train is very much multifold. If you need to go on the train, don't rush for it. There's always going to be another one. They're well air conditioned, so if you walk around and then you go to the train, sometimes you need those extra couple minutes in the AC if it's on the platform or the train, as well as, thirdly, a lot of them have bathrooms. Another tip I would say is don't be super rigid on your plans. Have general areas or a couple different shops or activities picked out for whatever location you're going to, but just wander. Go down that random side street, and I would say if you pause to look at a shop longer than 3 seconds, that means go in it. The worst thing that happens is you walk out. If anything even remotely looks interesting, even if it's just the name, one colorful item, or even a cat in the window, now, easy invite to get in. Another tip, or just a general rule of guidance, a lot of places, especially restaurants, prefer you have reservations. Not necessarily needed. For my last tip, especially if you are looking to drink or go to a bar, brewery, experience the nightlife, know when they have happy hour. Alcohol's expensive as is, and a lot of places have fairly decent deals for happy hour. Especially at the brewery we were just at, Little Island, instead of a $15 beer, they were $10, $11, $12 based on ABV and what type it was, which honestly adds up pretty quickly. Or they will give a flat discount on the bill, which is also fairly nice. So be aware of happy hour if you want to have a couple drinks. But with that, now back to the outro to wrap up this video. And besides subscribing, make sure you comment down below what your favorite part or must-sees in Singapore is, as well as give me a like. Otherwise, I will see you next time in Coach.